prioritize discipline, academic performance, and a conducive learning environment.
A new chapter begins in the academic calendar as public and private schools in Ondo State reopen their doors for the second term of the 2025-2026 session. In Akure, the atmosphere in various schools indicated a seamless resumption, with students assembling early and teachers commencing duties promptly. At Oyemekun Grammar School, students gathered at the assembly ground as the principal encouraged them to stay focused, disciplined, and dedicated to their duties, with prayers offered for a successful and peaceful term.
My message to the students is that Oyemekun Grammar School is a school that's open to many opportunities. So I'm going to admonish them, the opportunities available to them within the school. They should tap it for their future.
I noticed that I have to do better than how I did last time. So this year, I'm ready to tackle any task.
At St. Louis Girls Grammar School, the school administrator addressed the staff, stressing commitment to effective teaching and duty. Meanwhile, students settled in classrooms, eager to kick off the term's academic activities.
We are fully prepared. As you can see, the school is very neat. Everywhere is serene. And the teachers are ready, fully prepared. Their lesson notes, their diaries, everything has been written even before we left.
We had lessons, extra lessons that most schools not have. After exams, we still have lessons. So I'm fully prepared.
Similarly, at Fiwashaye Girls Grammar School, management reassured students and parents of complete preparedness, highlighting detailed academic plans and teaching schedules for a fruitful term.
In this school, we have zero tolerance for exam malpractice, and they know it. And we have put some things in place, divided it to reading groups, and have bought a lot of materials that can be useful for them.
At CAC Grammar School, the morning assembly featured prayers and motivational charges from the principal and administrators, emphasizing discipline, punctuality, and hard work.
I'm going to advise them that they need to focus on their academics because they must know the reason why they are here. They must know why they are here. Then secondly, they should shun any form of indiscipline.
For this session, I know I want to write my exam and NECO, so I'm very prepared. I prepare more harder than the one I did last time.
In the primary sector, pupils at St. James CAC Caring Heart Mega Primary School participated in a principal's test designed to evaluate their retention and readiness before full lessons resume. Private schools visited in Akure also showed early engagement, with pupils and students already taking classes, signaling a strong start to the term. School administrators reiterated their commitment to quality education and a supportive learning environment.
We are using this medium to inform our parents that the school has resumed fully. They don't need to keep their ward or their children at home.
As we know, we are preparing our students towards the examination, so we are starting early, as soon as possible, so that we can be well grounded in the academics.
In terms of preparation for this new term, the second term of the 2025 to 2026 academic session, I have rewritten my rules, and I have decided that this time around I'll put the best of my efforts into my studies.
As the second term of the 2025-2026 academic year unfolds, stakeholders remain optimistic that continued commitment from students, teachers, and parents will drive better learning outcomes across Ondo State. Joy Pius, Osrc News.
Colonel Lucky Ayedatiwa has charged public servants and political office holders in Ondo State to put the state's broader interest first, roll up their sleeves, and work tirelessly for rapid growth. He was speaking at the first working prayer meeting for 2026. The report.
continue to give your best, uphold transparency, accountability, and ethical standards in the best interests of the state. It is through dedicated service that we can build a state where every citizen thrives. As we commence our journey to the new year, I wish to admonish all public servants and political office holders to always uphold the larger interest of our dear state. We must roll up our sleeves in our respective stations and offices and work assiduously towards the urgent development of the state. Let us remain steadfastly committed to our ease agenda, ensuring that all its thematic areas are simultaneously and effectively pursued. I wish to assure you that the 2026 budget will be implemented faithfully and to the letters.
In other news, Nigeria's newly implemented tax law has continued to spark conversations across the country, with many citizens expressing concern over what the policy truly means for their daily lives. While the federal government insists the reform is aimed at improving revenue generation and to strengthen the economy, public reactions remain divided, largely driven by fear and misinformation. Joy Pius reports.
Since its implementation, the new tax law has generated widespread debate, fueled by misconceptions that the policy introduces fresh taxes on daily income, petty trading, and basic survival activities. In Akure, the Ondo State capital, residents shared mixed reactions. Some welcomed the reform, describing it a necessary step towards economic growth and national development.
Without tax, this country cannot be developed. So we need to be committed to payment of tax so that the federal government can be able to cater for the problems of the country and of the citizens. The government is trying to create an enabling environment for the business to thrive. Then our own is to be committed to our business. So whatever it is, we are just starting. By the time we see how the whole thing is working, then we will know if the federal government they mean what they say. But I believe that they will do the best for us.
Others, however, expressed concern, fearing the law could further burden small business owners and low-income earners already struggling under economic pressure.
The economy is too hard. Things are cost, and even some of the salary most people they are collecting is not enough for them. And the principle of the tax, the way the tax is being introduced now, I don't think this is not the right time.
A majority of the citizens are entrepreneurs. So even if you are working under someone, if you are working in a private organization, the private organization itself is paying tax. So the government is getting tax from people's bank accounts. So that's the question that we should ask ourselves. What is the government trying to do?
Experts say these fears are largely misplaced. According to financial analysts, the correct position of the law is that it does not target low-income earners or informal petty traders, but instead focuses on widening the tax net, improving compliance, and ensuring high-value transactions and previously untaxed sectors are properly captured.
Now, one thing Nigeria is thinking that everybody is going to be taxed is actually not for everybody, to my own understanding. I think it's for basically people initiating high value transactions, people who their turnover is over 100 million. And I think that's just like 5% of the whole of Nigeria. So those that are actually supposed to pay tax have been actually avoiding evading tax. Like it is time that the government is coming for them. We have their own different misconceptions, different people will come up with ideas, those that are correct and even the ones that are not correct. But I don't think to common man, the narration is not something that the tax man is actually going to look for. If you know you are initiating a value transaction, regardless of whatever narration you put, the tax man knows everything is visible backend, so they know it's not going to be system generated. It's going to be one-on-one person coming to like assess you, evaluate your transaction for the year. And so everybody that knows they need to pay tax, they know they are supposed to pay tax. There are those that they are going for. So common Nigerians should just be relaxed. And your narration is not really what is going to save you. Even if you are initiating a value transaction and you are putting plenty narration, the government knows what they want. They know how it is. It is not. It's 2026.
An economic expert explains that the reform is designed to block revenue leakages, reduce tax evasion, and create a more transparent and efficient tax system. Beyond revenue, analysts say Nigerians stand to gain improved funding for critical sectors such as healthcare, education, infrastructure, and social services, while easing pressure on the few taxpayers who have carried the burden for years.
There are those people who have certain income that is below certain thresholds. They will be excused from it. As that is, if your income maybe in a year is less than 800,000 naira, so it then means that you are exempted from paying tax. There are also companies that are classified as a small company. Such companies are also within the certain income threshold, like 50 million naira. They are also exempted from paying tax. So in a way, if you look at it, if it is properly implemented, it can help government to raise revenue, and if those revenue are properly deployed to bridge the infrastructural gap or deficit in our country, we can discover that the citizen may start to benefit from it in the long run.
Experts agree that transparency, public sensitization, and fair implementation will be crucial in building public trust and ensuring the success of the reform. As discussions continue nationwide, many Nigerians say they are hopeful that clearer communication and stakeholder engagement by the federal government will help the tax law achieve its intended goals without placing additional hardship on ordinary citizens. Joy Pius, Osrc News.
Second-hand wares, also known as bend-down select, have revolutionized Nigerian fashion with their affordability and style. From bustling markets to trending boutiques, Okirika shops line the streets of Akure, catering for a diverse crowd seeking quality clothing at unbeatable prices. Osrc's Sunday Adeyanju reports that bend-down select has become an integral part of the Ondo State's capital's fashion scene. The report.
In Nigeria, the evolution of bend-down select, popularly known as Okurika, tells a compelling story of survival, enterprise, and fashion ingenuity. What started as a practical response to the high cost of new wares has grown into one of the country's most vibrant informal businesses, involving thousands of traders and supporting millions of consumers nationwide. Across Nigeria, bend-down select is known by different names. In Lagos, it is commonly called Okrika or Tokumbo. In the southeast, it is known as Akube. Parts of the north, traders refer to it as Gongo, while in south-south, it is widely called bend-down select. Despite the different names, the businesses follow the same pattern and the scale is massive. Estimates suggest that between 60 and 80% of Nigerians rely on second-hand clothing as their primary source of apparel, making bend-down select one of the most widely patronized segments of the fashion market. Major trading hubs of Lagos, Kano, Aba, Onitsha, and Port Harcourt, thousands of traders are directly involved, while many more are living as importers, transporters, loaders, tailors, and market assistants.
It's last than the new ones, and it's okay. The quality is more superb than the new ones because it's imported ones. You know, some people is not even most of people is not used to ones. You know, they pack maybe if they clear their store there, they practice as clearance in the store. Maybe at the end of the year, they will just clear it out. So it's more quality than the new ones, and it's
most of this doesn't wash.
Nigeria is estimated to spend over $120 million annually on used clothing imported into the country. Though largely informal, the trade runs into tens of billions of naira, circulating money daily within local markets and communities. In Akure, Okrika shops lying in streets from busy traditional markets to emerging fashion clusters, serving residents in search of affordable and durable clothing. These second-hand garments, mostly sourced from Europe and America, are sorted by quality to guide pricing. Grade A items are almost new, Grade B slightly used, while Grade C shows visible wear, allowing buyers to choose according to their budget. Over time, what was once stigmatized as clothing for the poor has become socially acceptable and even fashionable. Today, Bend Down Select attracts buyers across all social classes, including wealthy who value quality, durability, and uniqueness.
I prefer Okrika than new one. Me, I used to buy Okrika for my children because it's too last.
With packaging, it's nice, but we are good to go.
What about the quality? What can you say about the quality?
Quality doesn't matter in the aspect of this place. It depends on how to maintain it. Even though if you buy original, you don't know how to maintain it. You can buy this for $100, you can use it for 2 years, 3 years, depending on the maintenance.
Beyond fashion and affordability, experts draw attention to health considerations. Medical practitioners warn that second-hand clothes can carry germs, fungi, and skin-infecting organisms if not properly handled. They advise buyers to thoroughly wash, disinfect, and iron used clothes before wearing them, to reduce the risk of skin infections and allergies. Meanwhile, local designers continue to innovate, combining thrift pieces with indigenous fabrics like Ankara and Ashoki, creating styles that reflect Nigeria's cultural identity while keeping costs low. As the cost of new clothing continues to rise, demand for Bend Down Select keeps growing, reinforcing its place in Nigeria's economy. Sunday at Deyanju for Osrc Social and Community News.